We're back.
Hi.
So this week I came across the title of a book, and the title was Why It's Harder to Be Human Than a Hamster or a Herring. And I didn't read the book, but I read the blurb at the back of the book. And it started off with something I found quite interesting, because it started off by saying that from very early in our childhood, we become quite aware of the difficulties we'll face as humans, whether that's hardships that we'll face or dealing with like our inner critic. And we've talked about this before, how when you're born, there's no sense of sort of identity or who you are. But it's interesting that learning from the people around us, we become quite aware of an identity and a purpose and a meaning. Do you think it's possible to live a life with no identity whatsoever from the beginning?
People might be living somewhere in the world. There's a population of 8 billion. There might be somebody who's just living without identity, but if there is even a sense of I am, like I am separate from others, so that is already identity is there, that I am, even though I don't even have a name, a profession, or I'm not even aware of my gender, but there is a sense of I am that separates us from another. So after that, whether you have any more identity or not, it really doesn't make any difference, because the separation is already there.
And do you think that because when we started off as humans, or from whatever science tells us, there was a time where there was no language, there was no way of communicating, and slowly people started drawing on rocks, for example, to leave behind messages, or they started learning different ways of communicating to each other. So do you think it was just inevitable for us to form that sort of separation and come back to unity?
Because like if you read the scriptures, or if you listen to other saints, that's what they said, like everything has been written and it's just unfolding. So it means it just meant to be, like the separation was, there is no separation, but the idea of separation was there, which is beautiful, then going back to where we were originated from. So I think it's just play. That's why they call it a play. It's a play of a separation. A character in the movie felt like he or she has been separated from the family or from their original character, and just after playing the role, going back to his own, being whoever he is with before the mask of another character. So it's just a play. We are all playing here, but we took the play very seriously. That is the cause of our suffering. Otherwise, if we think this is just a play, and then everything is beautiful, because it is a play. So yeah, when you know this is a play, then all is good, all is well. Because then we don't look for the meaning of life. We don't look for the purpose. We don't look for the achievements or feeling good or bad. We know it's a dream, and anything can happen in a dream, and all is well. I think this is how I see, like if it's a dream, nothing matters.
Yeah. How about for example, when you start school, you have this idea or direction of where you're going. When you start year 1, you know eventually you're going to get to year 8, and then go on to high school, and then go on to university, and then go on to your job. If there is no sense of purpose or meaning, it can seem kind of scary that you're just sort of floating. So without that sense of meaning or purpose, wouldn't life be quite boring or scary?
How do we know? Maybe, maybe not. But we don't know that, no, Disha? We don't know, because we have been always taught or conditioned in such a way that you have to this, you should do that, there should be a purpose in life, otherwise what's the point of a life? Means like, do we really have to have a purpose in life? Yes, it might be very important for some people, so that's okay. But if you don't have a purpose, if you can't see a purpose, What's wrong with that even? So means there is no right and wrong. Like if you feel like you are very passionate about something, you think there is a purpose in life, yeah, fulfill that purpose. If there is no purpose, then you don't need to create a purpose and then try to fulfill it for the sake of doing it. What do you think?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like if it is there, yeah. If it is not there, that's fine too.
Yeah. And what about when, like, you think about certain events that might happen in the future, whether they're good or bad, you're sort of leading up to them, you feel like you're leading up to them. For good events, you are sort of working towards those events. For a bad event that you visualize may happen in the future, you're sort of working so that that event doesn't happen. When you lose that event
in mind, because there is no actual event there right now. It's just a projection of a mind, because mind wants to play. It just want to think something. So if it's like, it will create a scenario first, this will happen, and then it will give you what if it happens. Okay, if this is beautiful, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna enjoy. If there's a wedding, I'm gonna wear nice clothes, we plan. But oh my God, if there's something happens wrong, because it's creating a scenario, it's creating a event. So now he's looking everything, plus minuses, good, bads regarding that event. So, and it is so funny that like there is nothing like that right now, but we create it exactly like they don't have to have a purpose, but we create a purpose and then we try to fulfill it. Similarly, there is nothing. That's why there's nothing other than mind creating the own word where there is an event. So we create everything first, which is beautiful, because we are here. Like this is something we came up with. It's not like we create a mind and then mind is working towards it. It's all happening. Mind is a part of a happening. We following the instructions of the mind, or just, it's all part of happening. It's just all part of a play. So we just don't need to control the mind. We don't need to manipulate the mind. We just need to see, yeah, it is there and this is how it works. And then it's beautiful. Once you know how to drive a car, then it's easier. But once you sit in the car and you don't know how does it work, then definitely you're going to make so many accidents. But once you just see how it operates, that's why meditation is just that. It's just see, okay, how does it operate? And all of the minds are working exactly the same. Desire and fears. Either they are having so many desires or just fear. Like, oh my God, if this goes wrong, if this goes wrong. That's all these two things are there most of the time. And every mind is either running to fulfill the desires or trying to avoid the fears or the mishappening so that it won't get into that situation where it's just like very fearful. Because out of control, things are getting out of control.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. And for example, the mind's created that event or that fear in itself, and then there's like overthinking starts happening.
Yeah.
How do you, well, I guess avoiding that is also running away from something. But yeah, I mean, is it, for desires, is it wrong to continually think about a certain desire? And for fears, is it wrong to continually think about ways to avoid that fear?
I think we just need to see that we are not overthinking. Overthinking is happening because sometimes you can see like, oh my God, I'm overthinking a lot. So it means you are aware of it right then. And sometimes you say, oh yeah, I'm very like, there are not many thoughts are there, I'm very happy and everything. So it means like you can't control them. Like weather, when it's very heavily raining, you don't just go and do something about it. You just say, oh yeah, it's heavy rain. Let's just have some chai, pakoras and enjoy this beautiful, like this is what I do. Enjoy this beautiful weather. And if it's sunny, we don't say, oh my God, why it's very sunny. We might say that, but it's not like we thinking like, what should I do so that it's not very sunny or something. We just go have a picnic or just sit in the shade. So similarly, yeah, if the mind is thinking so much or overly thinking, yeah, that's fine, it's thinking, and that's okay. Like this is why these all mystics say this shall pass too, because they know the things are not in anyone's control. Not just the weather is not in our control, nothing is in our control. Yeah, it's overthinking, okay, that's fine. And whether you do anything about it or not, in 2-3 days you'll be fine.
Yeah,
it happens to me. This is what I have seen. Like it's nothing to do with, I don't know how your mind works or anybody, but this is how my mind works.
Yeah.
No matter how much I try to slow it down or not to think, it's just happening, and that's fine. That's fine. If it's happening, let it be.
Yeah. And something the book touched on as well in the blurb was how do we cope with uncertainties and deal with the unpredictable nature of this world and our future.
The best way thing is, as you always say, we will cross the bridge when we get there. So yeah, when that thing will actually happen, we will deal with it then and there. It is not here right now. So I don't need to prepare, because how do I know even that thing will even happen? We have no idea, Disha. And this is because we just like, we are in love with that problem solving mind of us, that we think, oh my God, this is how will I solve it, or how I will not solve it. We are just always looking at the problems, because we are in love with the problems. We think we can do it, we can fix it, we can avoid it. But otherwise, like if once you know, okay, yeah, you can't do anything, or thinking you can't do anything, or doing will happen its own. Like you are not doing it, but doing is happening. So when that moment will come, you won't do anything, but the doing will happen according to that scenario or that event. And that will be beautiful, because that is spontaneous. There is no mind involved in that. This is why the Tao's, I love it, because then when they say like the master does nothing, but yet nothing left undone. It doesn't mean that not doing. It means you don't need always prepare yourself for that particular event your mind is projecting. When that thing will happen, because that thing happened without your effort, it just happened automatically. So the right action will also be done automatically. So Tao doesn't mean not doing anything. It is surrendering to the right actions. That right action will be, I don't know, right English. Right action will be performed at that time. You just surrender to that. Okay, if that event happens, yeah, I know, it will be taken care of itself.
What about that small part of, or maybe big part of yourself that says, but what if it doesn't happen the right way, or what if the right action doesn't happen
that way?
What then? Yeah.
What then? Then ask mind, what do you think then? If it's indulged in thinking, like if it doesn't happen, then ask it, okay, you tell me then. No, it just know how to create problem. It doesn't know how to solve the problem. To be very honest, Disha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just ask, okay, so what do you think? Mind will stop. It doesn't like to give you the solution. It just loves to create the problems. Because it doesn't, mind, it can't give you the solution.
So do you think there's a purpose to our mind?
There's a purpose to a mind. There's no purpose to anything. It's a play. It's a play. You know, when a child is playing with the board, and there are all the rules and regulations, but for the play purpose only.
Yeah.
The only purpose is to enjoyment and playing. Even the rules are there just to help you to have that game to be fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
To be very honest, it's
Just
my thing.
enjoy it?
Yeah, just enjoy. If you can, if you can't enjoy it, that's fine too. That is a part of a play
Play
too.
as well.
And it will be fine. I always think we think like losing control is very like it's just it's so sad, it's so depressing that oh my god, if you're not doing anything, you are becoming a vegetable, you are not productive, your life is going to be a mess. How do we know that? Have we ever tried not trying to do anything and just see what happens? We haven't. And like the Tao is not talking about not doing anything, Tao, sorry. It's talking about the right action will be performed. Don't worry. Don't worry. Remember when we were coming home from Gurdwara today, we were listening to the Shabad. Thir ghar baiso har jan pyare, Satgur tumre kaaj saware. They just want us to be relaxed. That beautiful Shabad says, just silently sit in your heart, which is your true home, and then just see how things are happening or been taken care of for you. But we have to try it to see whether it works or not.
Yeah.
I think
I guess that's the scary part is
it is scary because like we don't know. But once you know, then it's not scary. Then it's very fun, I think. Huh? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is definitely scary for a doer who thinks I can do things better, I can control it. But once you know that nothing is in your control, it's freedom. It's freedom, like you don't have to always in a doing mode. You can just chill and relax.
That's nice.
You know? I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I love to be lazy, and this is my favorite job.
Yeah.
And the doer is still there. Do this, do that. I should be doing this, but it's very little comparatively before. Now it's like, yeah, if I think I should be doing something, do it. If not, that's fine too. So win-win situation. If you feel like doing, do it. If you don't feel like doing, that's okay too.
Yeah. It's nice.
It's really nice issue. Do you scare of thinking that idea like if you don't do anything, things might go wrong? If you're not...
Yeah, I think in certain aspects, yeah.
It's fine. That's perfectly fine, beta. Yeah, why not? Because this is what your experience is saying, and this is how you feel, how you are feeling, and it's perfectly fine. Everybody is allowed to feel the way they are feeling, and it's fine. But when we think it's very tiring, when we think, oh my God, I can't handle it, then there is an option just to be, okay, we'll see when it will happen. Sorry, now you can ask me another question.
I was gonna ask you that to end, like we did last time. What is your favorite quote this week?
Oh, I was still reading Tao. So I'm just still in the process of writing that satsang. But my favorite quote, or that can be my favorite line from that shabd. The thir ghar baiso harjan pyare, Satguru tumre kaaj saware.
It's very nice.
Yeah, that relax. Just relax.